Just wanted to go over a cool video with you guys, going over Wendy here, where she uses her feet very, very well in the golf swing, uses her legs very well, sequences the swing very, very well. So with my preferences being not too much lateral movement in the golf swing, I do like my clients who swing it well, who use the ground well, to have a lot of torque and vertical forces to create power. So torque creating the helping create the rotational side of things, vertical helping them with the squatting side of things. You guys hear me say squat and rotate a lot. Squat and rotate pretty much encompasses both vertical and the torque. Most of the times there will already be quite a bit of horizontal force involved, just because we are pushing laterally. Because the target is on our lead side, there is going to be some lateral push involved, so I don't really train too much of that with most of my clients. At least I haven't felt the need to yet. For most of my clients, I do feel the need to help them improve the vertical and the torque. So with Wendy here, we've done a lot of work in previous years, just helping her use her feet better, helping her grip the ground with her feet better, to teach her how to torque, to teach her how to squat and rotate. And it's good to see that with the addition of the Swing Catalyst 3D motion plate into my studio. Things that we have been working for are coming to fruition. We can see the numbers move towards the directions we want to be in. So the big things to look for when you guys are hitting driver especially is having, again, at least to my preferences, is not to have too much lateral movement. So if I put a line on her trail hip, on her lead hip here, you're gonna see she makes her backswing really, really nice at the top of the backswing. Nice turn behind the ball. Lower body turns very centered. And then as she makes her downswing, her lead hip does not pass that line at all. You can see the lead hip returns to that line, and then as she pushes up and hip extends, she doesn't pass that line at all until later in the finish. She maybe touches that line a little bit more. In the future, I may have her hip extend a little bit more, but for now, she is in a very, very good spot in both her irons and her driver. Her driver, she's delivering it like 3 degrees inside out, 3 degrees up, which is great. It's not excessive. Irons, she's hitting down on a couple degrees, 2-3 degrees of a 7-iron, around 3 degrees inside out as well. So she hits it really, really good, delivers the club in a really, really predictable manner. So I love that. So a lot of times people who don't use the ground too well, we see a lot of times where the trail hip, the lead hip actually passes this line. So if I draw a line here, that lead hip actually starts working past this line on their lead hip, so that at impact, they're actually, as you can see, Wendy here at impact, it's quite centered, maybe slightly behind the, she's slightly behind the lower body with her upper body, which we want, but it's not excessive. If players have too much slide, too much lateral, their hip is too far forward, that's going to make their upper body more tilted, and that typically produces more of an upwards attack angle, usually too excessive, and then that also brings into play too much excessive inside out. Face control is very, very tough to manage. So that's why I don't like too much horizontal for most of my clients. I do like a lot of torque and a lot of vertical. As you guys can see, torque is very high and on the high band of tour average. Vertical is past tour average just as a baseline. Horizontal is kind of at the high band as well, but that's very normal. So when I play Wendy swing for you guys at normal speed, I love how centered she is with the downswing, not getting excessive. With the lower body moving towards the target, you can see she turns her lower body within those lines. She loads the trail line, which I like. Upper body slightly behind the ball, slightly behind the lower body, and then a very athletic move at it in the downswing. So I'll just play for you guys kind of in without interruption here. Very athletic move here. So if I play for you guys at normal speed, at 100% speed, you guys are going to see really good sequencing. Legs start the downswing, and then upper body and arms follow after that. So I love seeing that. A lot of the cardboard drill, I love the cardboard drill to teach torque. I left 180-degree jumps or 360-degree jumps, depending on how much torque you have to try to feel. 180 jump will produce a little less torque than 360 jumps. Just depends on what you need. But for most players, I do think working on more torque and verticals would benefit them a lot more than going horizontal. So I hope this image helps you guys. If you guys are hitting driver especially, I don't really like seeing that lead hit past that line too much, depending on the player. You can see Wendy here doesn't pass that line at all. Maybe she passes a little bit, but her deliveries are great. So things to look for here, to just make sure that you are working with the right things, even though most of you guys practicing may not have regular access or any access to a force plate. I want to make sure that you guys know what to look for. So cardboard drill is great for torque. 360 jumps, 180-degree jumps are great for torque, and it also actually combines with vertical too. For most players, you guys really don't need to train too much of the horizontal, because a lot of you guys will probably have too much lateral push or lateral slide to the target anyways, so you guys don't have to really focus too much on that. So I hope this video makes sense. I hope this helps you guys, give you guys an image of what good leg work looks like, what good footwork looks like. Someone who uses the ground very well to create forces to try to up the speed. She's swinging at roughly 90 to 92 on the GC quad, which is pretty decent for her right now. We're going to try to get it to 100 before next season. So we'll see how that goes. Big picture, Wendy, I want her to try to get her to around 110. I want her to live. I want her to be able to play at 160 ball speed. So we'll see how it goes in the next coming years. But this is definitely a very good start. Great foundations with how she uses her feet. So we'll see how that goes. So hope that makes sense. Hope this video helps. I'll show you guys one more time how it flows in normal speed. Loads the right nicely, and then uses the ground really well. So hope that makes sense. Torque and vertical is going to benefit a lot more of you guys, more than training horizontal. So keep that in mind. A lot of cardboard drills, a lot of 180 degrees or 360-degree jumps. So any questions, leave it in the comments below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching, everybody.